So for me, this is the Bubblegum Pear, and it just has a taste of bursting fruitiness and flavor, which almost tastes artificial. It's quite amazing. Hi folks, I wanted to show you what I consider to be the most interesting or special fruit here in the tropics in our time living here, and it's known locally here in Vanuatu as the island apple. And that's what it looks like. It's a green fruit that looks a bit like a Granny Smith apple. It's green to pale green, and then it turns a little bit more white and beige as it goes ripe. And these we've picked some days ago. I've been sitting here in the kitchen ripening, but ideally they should get a little bit ripe and soft on the tree, and then they're beautiful and ready to pick. Now these are quite large, maybe the size of a really large nashi pear or the size of a large round avocado, and they look actually quite uninteresting or unattractive. However, when you cut these things open and have a look at what's inside and then also have a taste, so it looks a little bit like an avocado in there. It's got quite a large seed and a lot of flesh, and yeah, the taste is really what's special about these island apples. And I do not know what this actually is, so please leave a comment if you know what this happens to be, what its common name is throughout the world. But when you taste this, it has flesh which is the consistency of a pear, and like a slightly tart pear, and it doesn't look particularly special, but the taste is amazing. Now it varies. Obviously it tastes better when you're picking it ripened on the tree, but for me the taste of these island apples is basically the cross between a pear and bubblegum. And I mean like a really fruity, flavoursome bubblegum, like the bubblegum you grew up with when you were a child. So for me this is the Bubblegum Pear, and it just has a taste of bursting fruitiness and flavour, which almost tastes artificial. It's quite amazing. So special. And so you don't eat the skin. The skin's a little bit tart, but I think you probably can. And there's a lot of flesh there. Such a special flavour. Let me know if you find out what this is. Island apple. This is what the leaves of the island apple look like. This is a seedling of the tree. Here's the original large tree that seedling came from. I got that from underneath the tree. Here are the fruits and the branches. I think they fruit and ripen just once a year. Now these fruit are not to be confused with the rose apple, which also has a lovely soft flesh. It's a bit smaller and it has that wonderful rose aroma as well. So this fruit actually reminds me a bit of sapotes. So it looked a little like a white sapote, but they have two seeds and the trees look a little bit different. So I don't think it's a sapote, but what do you think that this fruit is?